we're going to do a brief overview of how to use SQL query language with Google Sheets. I've created 3 different sample data sets of different types of data, so we're going to see how we can query each data set to pull useful information out of it. This is the sample data set of an e-commerce store. So you can see there's lots of data here, and if we just want to look at one thing, such as we're curious how a particular item that the store sells. For example, if the store sells Baby Yoda t-shirts, we could do a query and pull that data into a separate sheet. This shows you the query language here. You pull it from that sheet into this one. You tell it which columns you're interested in, and the title, what you're looking for in the column where it has the item title, which is column B in our data set. Pulls it in here. You can do things such as looking at which state do these t-shirts seem to be selling in the best. This might be useful for marketing purposes if you want to create campaigns geared towards your customers in those states to buy more Baby Yoda t-shirts. It also shows you the shipping cost, the price. Again, this is sample data. The pricing data was created with randomly generated numbers from $1 to $200, so the pricing is a little weird in this data set. We're going to move on to another example using the same data set, doing a different type of query if we wanted to look at something else, looking at the state data. So we just picked Georgia, but we could pick a different state, such as Virginia, and then seeing what our customers who are located in that state, what type of items they bought, what the price they sold for, shipping and handling costs, all of that information. We could also pull in different columns into our query if we wanted to look at that instead. The next example, this is an example of epidemiology data. In this sample data that I created, we are looking at confirmed diagnosis of a waterborne disease in this column. In this column, we're looking at exposure, such as swimming in a particular body of water or at a particular beach. In this data set, 1s indicate yes, 0 indicates no. So 1s are the confirmed diagnosis. We can run a query, pull some of this data into another sheet using the exact same format as the other 2 examples. Select the columns we want. If we're interested in people who were diagnosed to have this waterborne disease but didn't have the exposure, we can do that here. So 0s are the people who don't have the exposure. Or if instead we wanted to see who has the disease and has the exposure. So that's changing the 0 to a 1. The third example is the video log. There's all types of data, including location data, where these video files are located on the videographer's computer, file names, things like that. But say we just want to look at how many takes on average is it taking us to get these shoots. Again, this is sample data that I created, not actual data. It can often take many takes to get the clip exactly right that you want, but we're just going to pull this query into another sheet and take a quick look. So for example, if we wanted to see, well, where are the video clips that were our 4th take? Maybe we know that's usually our best one, or we're just curious in general, how many of those clips do we have in this video log? There's not very many, but how many, so we can see, well, what about the 1st take? How many video clips do we have from the 1st take in this video log? And here we see our data here. So as you can see, using SQL query data in Google Sheets can be pretty helpful in many different scenarios.